Hello and welcome to another episode of Alpha Audio. Well, in this case we're going to build in the PreDigin add-on for the Hypex Pre-Amp. And well, we built the preamp before, so if you want to watch how we built this, then I advise you to look up that video or click on the link in the description because we will put it there. This is the preamp with only the analog part, but you can actually buy extension modules like the PreDigin add-on. It's a DAC. There is a phono stage and there is a Raspberry Pi streamer. So you can make this a full-fledged streaming preamp with an analog phono stage and everything you want. And that's really nice because this preamp sounds actually pretty darn good, especially considering the money. Normally there is a blank plate in the back where you see this hole now. You get a nice bracket or backplate if you buy the PreDigin add-on. Pricing I don't know yet. I'll put the price in the description and of course in the full review as well. But you can swap this for this part, and of course it fits totally fine. You get this DAC board with an Ethernet connection. For the Ethernet connection you need a Raspberry Pi, of course, because it will send its data to the DAC-module, and there's a header module for extra connections, and you just attach the header like this. You slide it in, and then you can put it in the preamp. Furthermore, in the box you get extra cables to attach the DAC module to the preamp. Otherwise there is no signal, of course. It needs power, and you get all the screws and an extra cable for the Bluetooth module. And the Bluetooth module actually connects to the front on this header. So we thought, where do we put this? Because there is no space on the DAC module itself. I'm not really sure why the Bluetooth module goes to the front. Maybe because of interference. Could be. It is a big antenna, so it makes sense to put it out of harm's way for the actual analog preamp. But yeah, well, it's in the front. This is the power supply section, and this is actually the, can you see it? No, not really. This is actually the input stage right there. Building that is pretty straightforward. It's not a hard preamp to build. You don't need any skill considering soldering. All the necessary tools are actually in the box, so you don't need to buy anything except this building kit. And yeah, well, that's nice. It's not called Hypex DIY anymore. It's actually called Hypex Direct now. You get a new logo on the front, but that's the only difference. You still get the not really nice looking remote control, but it works. I use the preamp myself for a long time now. It sounds really good. Yeah, apart from the remote control, I don't have any issues with the design. It's actually really well designed. Well, let's start building it. Like I said, the first step is to put on the header board. And of course you need to screw in this back plate. You need, ouch, okay, only 2 screws for that. The reason I have the front plate already on is because well, something went wrong with the first recording. There were 2 microphones working and I had a lot of reverb, and it sounds horrible. So we'll do it again, but that's why the front plate's already on, because you don't actually put it on when you build in this, because now you have cables all over the place, which makes it a little bit less convenient building it. But at least I know the steps now. So you need this one, and you bolt you bolt it on. It's not hard. Well, actually building this whole preamp is not hard. It's actually fun, and well, you get some extra proud of ownership feeling, because now you can say, I built this myself. And that feels good, doesn't it? It's like restoring an old car. I have an old car, and fixing it makes me feel great. Now, this is bolted on. Now you just slide this in. And make sure that it's all the way through, because now you need to use these screws and these spacers. There they are. And the spacers need to go under these two holes. And now I notice that this one is harder because there's some stuff in the way, but it'll be fine. Slide this one in. Put this screw in. And the DAC module is already fixed. Oh! I need to put on the antenna first. You can't reach this Bluetooth antenna connection or Bluetooth data connection. You got this cable. Well, it's not only 2 screws now. You got this cable, you need to put on this connector on the board. Be careful, it's a very fragile cable and a very fragile connector. They use these cables for data, clock signals, all sorts of digital signals. Now the header can go on, and now I can slide it in. But like I said in my first build guide, it is really well built. The boards are tidy, it's well thought through, it looks nice, power amps as well, really well built. Just a good product for a good price. Now I need to connect this cable to the front plate, and there is a small connector just like here that says Bluetooth audio. Now I need to put this there, this connector. Don't use any force putting it on, because it should just click. And yeah, it should go straight on like that. If it's not straight on and you need force, it's not good. Now this can go in. It should be on like this, and there is a ring there, and this bolt needs to go in with the spacer. So just put the spacer on like that, and yep, like that. Okay. Normally the front plate is not already on, and it makes it a little bit easier, but it's fine like this. Okay, so we have the antenna, we have the power supply for the input stage. Now we need the power supply for the DAC board, and there are 5 power supply outputs on the power supply. I don't know if you can see it, maybe like this. That's better. Yeah, 5 power supplies. This is for the front panel, headphone amp and display. This is for the input stage, this is for the DAC, and these are for the Raspberry Pi and the phono stage. So put it in, done. And what's left is these 4 screws to fix the back. And if you don't have the front plate on, you can put it on the back, but it's fine. Removing the whole front plate wasn't worth the effort. But I hope to test out the phono stage as well, because that would be really cool. I have a couple of turntables now, and I'm really curious about the performance of that phono stage. I think it's pretty good. I'm curious how good it is compared to our normal Primaire R35, because I think that preamp is amazing considering the money. They also have the R15. It's not balanced. It's actually the same, but it's just not balanced. Really good money for a really good preamp. Yeah, okay. Now, it is good to know that there is a longer and a shorter version. The longer version should go on the pre-stage. Okay, it's like this then. Should fit. Okay. Come on. Ah, stupid. Yeah. Like this then. Yep. I had it all the way around and still. Okay. Now you can see on the board right and left, and this is Fusion Connect, and this is also Fusion Connect. This is right. So this one should go right here, and left. This is just signal. This is the DAC, right and left. Right, left, and this says DAC right and DAC left. Well, this is left. Go in here and go right here like this. These are already tie wrapped. Normally you do that afterwards, of course. Well, this is the DAC module. You can see it right here. Signal cable, signal cable. Okay, signal cable, power, 2 screws with spacers, swap out the back plate, screw in the new back plate, put it through, and done. The only thing that could be tricky is this data cable for the Bluetooth module, but honestly it's also not that hard. Just take time and be very, very careful, because you can break it. And they're not expensive cables, but they could be hard to get, and there are a lot of versions of the connectors. So I speak from experience because we do a lot of clock measurements, and I have a couple of those cables and they're all different. Now we need to slide in the top plate. I got it out, so I need, I know this is hard because, yep. Normally the feet are not fixed yet, but it works. Yep, there we go. Top plate. Front plate, and now need to fix the front plate. And that's with these tiny screws and tiny hex screwdriver. Fixed. Fixed. Okay. There we go. The Hypex Direct Pre-Amp with now the digital part, the DAC. So you can extend this even more by building in the Raspberry Pi, and you can extend the analog part by building in the phono preamp. Thank you for watching. See you next time.